Good morning. It's actually closer to lunchtime now because I'm really lazy. I don't know who I think I am starting this vlog outside. I'm actually very paranoid that all my neighbours are going to be like peeking out their windows. I might go inside. What's he doing? That seems dangerous. Let go. Woo! I can't cope outside. I just can't cope in the heat. Like, I just feel really like claustrophobic and stressed and pissed off when it's warm. I don't know why. Remy quite likes it. Danny absolutely loves it, so just got to get on board, haven't I? Yeah, it's about lunchtime. Remy's about to go down for a nap, so knowing me, I'm not going to vlog for the next few hours because what is content when the baby is in bed? I just brought his scooter in. Hello? This is a very small space to be scootering in. He calls it his skateboard. I don't know if I've mentioned that before, but it's very funny. Skateboard makes it sound a lot cooler than scooter. Okay, I think I'm gonna put this little one in bed and then ignore you for a few hours. I'm bored because Remy's in bed. I don't know what to do with myself. This is the life of a mum. Like, I literally all day I'm like, I can't wait for Remy to go to bed so I can do this and that, and like I need to get this done and I want to sit down, I want to chill out. And then he goes to bed and I'm like, rude, I'm bored. Oh my god, I can hear him. I'm gonna go get him. Hello, stinky boy.
Hey, boy. Hey, hey, go bed. I go bed.
You're in bed.
4 and 2. 1, 2, 3, 4. Whoa.
Why did you go from one bed to another bed? Should we go have lunch? What's up? Why are you coming down so slowly? I don't know if anyone's ever played with kinetic sand before, but I'm obsessed with it. I mean, that was not satisfying. You can't really tell what it's like. It's kind of like somewhere between sand and Play-Doh in texture. Like, it's so weird, but I'm literally like, I could just sit here for hours playing with it. So satisfying. It feels so nice.
I'm gonna tell you why you.
Yeah, Remy knows. So satisfying.
Hey, Miles.
What are you doing, Bubble? I'm aware I've only vlogged for like 2 minutes today, but I'm gonna have to cut it short here. I'm gonna pick this vlog back up again either tomorrow or this weekend at some point or in a few days. Hi, oh my god, I have not vlogged in months, way too long, and I just turned on this camera and looked at the last clips I filmed, which I think were like June, July maybe, I could just check, but it was like a few months ago, and my hair is so long and straight. I've had a haircut. If you don't follow me on Instagram, which you should, because I'm much more consistent on there. Yeah, I've had a haircut and it's now short and curly instead of long and straight. And also Remy's had a haircut. I don't know if he's gonna let me film him. He doesn't really like being on camera anymore, I don't think. He's getting annoyed at me for talking. The last time I filmed anything, he had like really long sweepy hair, and now look how short it is. Are you mooing at? I just wanted to show them your short hair. That's a fake cry. You're faking it. We all know you're faking it.
Oh.
Who's that? Oh, that's a lovely face. Anyway, I'm gonna leave the room because I don't want to annoy him. He just gets a bit bothered by me. No, just like noise. Certain noises annoy him, so I've left. I'm squatting on the floor because it's more comfortable. I've really missed vlogging. They're literally my favourite videos to make. I love my vlogs. For a long time I wanted to just become a vlog channel because I love my vlogs, and I think a lot of you guys love them the most out of all my content as well. But the problem was I was trying to grow my channel before, which is so cringe to say, but it's true. And I knew that you can't get new subscribers by posting vlogs because no one wants to watch a vlog of someone they don't know. So I needed to get people to know me first by doing content that I actually probably I'm less passionate about or less interested in. Whereas now I think I'm doing Instagram a lot more and I'm really enjoying that. I think I'm going to be a bit more chill on YouTube, and I probably am just going to turn this into a bit of a vlog channel. There are videos I still want to do that are like sit down chatty videos, like advice or my experience with things, but generally speaking I'm probably just going to post vlogs because they make me happy. But this is very much an experimental one because I've not filmed Remy in a few months and I don't know how he will feel about that. I don't know if he's going to want to be filmed or if he won't. So if he doesn't, then obviously I'm going to have to figure that out. We just had Remy's speech and language therapy appointment at 10 and it was really good. He's made a lot of progress with his communication, which is cool. We're trying to get him referred to a paediatrician at the moment, which is so much harder than you would think. I'm sure a paediatrician is just a child's doctor, so you would think it would be really easy for a child to see a child's doctor, but it's not. It's been like 5 or 6 months so far and we've still not managed to see one. Maybe coronavirus plays a part in that as well, potentially. But yeah, our speech and language therapist, it's Remy, speech and language therapist, said that she will write a letter to help us get our referral, and he also had a social and emotional development test which he scored ridiculously high on, so hopefully those two things combined will mean that we can finally see a paediatrician, which would be really cool. I'm gonna get off the floor because ow. Very rude of me to have ditched you yesterday. I just completely stopped filming pretty early on, I think, like kind of when we were in town. We went to go and look at a nursery. I can't remember if I mentioned yesterday that that was the plan. Remy's not been to nursery in about a year. He left nursery like this time last year. So I think we're looking at just doing like 2 mornings a week in nursery. I don't want to try too much too fast, and also we can't afford to anyway. I think it would be good for both of us. I think it would be good for me to have set time to do my work so that then when I am with Remy I'm not as stressed and trying to do 2 things at once. And I also think it would be good for him because he is really like, he's scared of children. He's really scared of children. He's really wary of them. He screams and runs away when they come near him, and so I'm hoping that going to nursery will help that because he'll be used to them and he'll see them every day. I don't know if that's how it works. Obviously if he really doesn't like it and he feels uncomfortable there, then I'm not going to send him, but it's just something that we think we want to try out because I do feel like lockdown has really like stifled his development. So we're kind of thinking if he goes to nursery, just like 2 morning sessions a week, hopefully he'll like get used to being around other children. There's also loads of activities they can do at nursery that I can't really do with him at home just because I don't have the resources or the space or the time. So I think he'll hopefully really enjoy it once he's settled in. I think it's probably going to take a really long time to settle him in, but anyway, long story short, we went to visit a nursery yesterday. Me, Danny and Remy all went in the evening and me and Danny loved it. Like, we got such a good vibe. It reminds me of the nursery, so he's been to 2 nurseries so far. He went to one when he was a baby, like he was like 8 months old, and that was in Leeds. That was when I was at uni, and he really loved that nursery and I really loved it. I was obsessed with everyone who worked there. Like, it was just such a lovely vibe. And then when we moved to Nottingham and I got that full-time job briefly for a few months, he went to nursery again and he hated it and we hated it and it was terrible, and that's kind of one of the main reasons I gave up my job. So this nursery that we went to see yesterday was more like his first one. Like, it had very similar vibes and we really liked it. Obviously we went when there were no kids there, so Remy really liked it. He was playing with the toys and he was like, seemed really comfortable, but obviously it will be a very different situation when the children are there. But they do settling in sessions like they do at every nursery, so there'll be like 3 settling in sessions. The only thing is that normally the mum, me, would stay for like at least the first settling in session, so like an hour me and Remy would like stay and play together. Because of coronavirus, I'm not allowed in the building, so he's gonna have to do his settling in sessions by himself. I can't even imagine that happening, like me taking him to this building he doesn't know and then just leaving him at the door. He's just not gonna let that happen, like he just won't. So I don't know what's gonna happen there. Like, I'm actually a bit like, yeah, I really can't imagine that happening. Fingers crossed he settles in okay. Okay, you're finally talking to present day, July 2021, Yasmin. I started this vlog 15 months ago and the clip you just saw was, I think, like 9 months ago, which is ridiculous and shows how long I have been slacking off YouTube for. This was really weird to look back on. I feel like in the first clip, which I think was like May of last year, I feel like I seemed really happy. It was also quite early on in like lockdown and the pandemic and everything, so I think I had a bit of like naivety about how the following year was going to go. And then I feel a bit sad when I look back at the last clip of me in, I think it would have been like October or November last year. I feel like I gave off very like sad, stressed, overwhelmed energy, which is understandable because I was very sad, stressed and overwhelmed, but I don't think I realised it at the time. Long story short, the nursery that I was talking about in the last clip, the settling in session went really badly. We couldn't even get Remy into the room because he was just so overwhelmed by the fact there was other children in there. Like, that was a really bad phase for him. I think for about 5 or 6 months he just wouldn't go into a room if other kids were in there. He wouldn't like play even in like play areas and outside parks and stuff because he was just really cautious and wary around other children. So I remember that day being really difficult because we went to go look at this nursery and I tried to get him to go into the settling in session and he wouldn't go in. And I just felt so helpless. I remember leaving and like crying and trying to call like my mum and Danny and my sister. Like, I needed to speak to someone. You know, my personality is very dramatic. Like, I'm very like, I over exaggerate things, I think. So in that moment I was just like, oh my god, he's never going to go to nursery. Like, he's never going to go to school. He's never going to be able to do any of this stuff. Okay, this is more comfortable. Yeah, that was still kind of like the beginning of us like realizing that he had additional needs as well. And even though we were very much like okay with it and always have been, we didn't really understand it. We didn't really know what to expect like from the future, and we still don't. He's still not diagnosed, but we're a lot more, we understand a lot more. Like, I'm part of a lot of like Facebook groups. I know other parents whose kids have additional needs. I just feel like we have a more well-rounded picture, but at the time we were just kind of like, yeah, we just didn't really know what to expect. And he was regressing, which is obviously quite a scary thing. Like, I think you kind of expect your child to constantly progress like throughout life. So he hit this regression period last year, and it was just a scary time for us because we didn't know how much he was going to regress. We didn't know if he was going to lose his speech completely, lose all of his social skills completely. I think we handled it very well at the time, but looking back is kind of sad because I do see how stressed I seemed and how uncertain everything seemed. Anyway, we all have those weird phases, and this was just one of mine, I guess. This might have been a weird video to watch, but I was going through all my footage and I just thought I might as well whack it all online and then like start afresh. And also, like I said, I found it interesting going through it and editing it and seeing how different it was like every time 6 months had passed. So yeah, I hope you enjoyed, I guess. Follow me on Instagram if you don't already. As I said earlier, I'm a lot more consistent on Instagram. I upload every single day, but also stick with me here because I'm pretty sure I'm back on YouTube. I say it all the time, but I think I'm actually back this time.